Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Orbital Potato, and here we check out the latest and the greatest strategy games each and every day of the week. Today we're checking out a city builder, which I believe is the most anticipated city builder of 2023. It's Laysara Summit Kingdom. This is a preview copy demo thing that you can check out as part of the Tacticon Festival. This is a snapshot of what is to come, and boy oh boy oh boy, am I excited about this. So yeah, this is a city builder. The premise is that you build a city literally on the side of a mountain, and you build it sort of across different regions. It's very, very cool. You got different regions up here. I cannot wait to explain what the heck is going on. This is sort of like the little tutorial thing, which is what we're going to go through as part of the little showcase. But this game is tremendously promising, and I am super excited to see what happens when it launches. This is a game that I've waited a long time for, and I cannot wait to play it. Right, so first things first that we need to understand, everything sort of operates around a marketplace. There's a whole bunch of sort of stats up here, which we'll go through in just a second, but let's get ourselves a marketplace built. Roads work, as roads do. We will build ourselves a little road over here. We'll build ourselves a little bit of extra sort of infrastructure because I know that we're going to need it at some point in the future, so we might as well sort of get it down. Currency isn't really a big deal at the moment. We do have a treasury. It's not really relevant. The money mechanic is turned off for the demo, so it doesn't really matter. Research level, that's also not available. We got a couple of different measurements up here. We've got lowlanders, we've got artisans, we've got monks, we've got yaks, we've got climbers, and we've got cart carriers. Only yaks, artisans, and lowlanders are available at the present moment, but that hopefully will not deter us at all. So now that we've got a little bit of basic infrastructure, let's see what we can get down. Residential buildings, the core of any sort of city builder. We will get this established. Now, lowlanders' huts are, as you can probably imagine, a place for lowlanders to live. We need to make sure that it is within range of the marketplace, because otherwise they're not going to get fed, and that is going to be a bit of a problem. So we'll place all of the houses, but before I do that, it's probably worth us taking a little look at the mechanic of housing in the game, because it works quite uniquely, I would say. Well, not uniquely, but definitely visually well presented. So we got a couple of different stats that we need to upgrade in order to increase the house's level. We need to get 3 sort of pips of food. That's fine. We also need to make sure that the house is enlightened, which we can do with mandala, which I think is a mission that we'll get to in just a second. But basically, we end up building these absolutely gorgeous, super unique looking houses, and it's pretty freaking cool. So yeah, enlightenment works as sort of a resource that we can just sort of add. We add like this, I think it's a temple thing here. We'll get that added as long as it's sort of within range of all of the houses around. Then it gives us enlightenment, which is kind of cool. It does cost a few workers to use and build, but that's fine. Okay, happy days. Click on a house. I've already explained this. Demands, what do we got here? Marketplace. What's that? Sampa. Okay, and then we've also got eggs. So that is what the house is demanding. It has got that mandala fulfilled. Need is satisfied. And it fulfills 2 pips as well, which is pretty freaking good. Okay, we'll build a chicken farm. Absolutely, we'll get that built. We will go into here. We'll go into egg production. This game, surprisingly for a city builder, is all about resource sort of movement and resource management, which I think is fantastic, by the way. I think that's a really, really good way of handling it. But basically, every building that we're going to be building has got a few things that I'd like to highlight. First of all, we've got production. Production numbers over here, 100% production efficiency. What are we producing? We're producing 6 eggs. Happy days. We also have the ability to send the goods wherever we want to. Now, we can sort of store them in a buffer building, like a warehouse, for example, or we can send them straight to the marketplace to be shipped out to the population. And as you can see, we got a little person over here that is going to move the eggs between the two different between each and every end of the process. That is the chicken farm into the marketplace. Happy days. Supply 32 citizens with eggs. Yep, we did it. Have a mill and start sending barley out. Very sort of similar, except the barley is broken down into a 2-stage process. We've got the barley field, which I will build here, and then we've got the mill, which I will build in between there. That was remarkably well planned, Potato. We'll get that over there. Perfect. We're missing yaks. That's fine. We will fix that. Yaks are a population and a tool in and of themselves. But I might as well queue up the transportation of the sampa, which I presume is like a flower thing, maybe flower sort of stuff. Anyway, it doesn't particularly matter. Yak breeding. It's a yak house. It's a house yak. It's where the yaks live, and we can build it pretty much anywhere that we want. And we're gonna need a lot of yaks over the course of all of the sort of different levels of mountain that we're gonna be building on, because we can build on all of these sort of different sort of slats, or plateaus. I guess it's not really a plateau because it's not flat, but we can build on each and every one of these different levels, which is kind of good. Now, of course, we have satisfied the need for sampa. We've satisfied the need for eggs. We've satisfied the need for mandala. Beautiful. Let's get houses upgraded. Now, again, I'm presuming that there is going to be some sort of money mechanic to upgrading houses, but at the moment, there is no money mechanic, so it doesn't particularly matter. We have got a whole bunch of available lowlanders, like a tremendously large number. I suspect that when the game properly comes out, there's going to be better sort of balance of population, because at the moment we can feed basically this entire population. We've got 76 excess workers and basically no production buildings. Now, in order to upgrade anything further, sampa supply not meeting demand. Yeah, we can see that if we click on the marketplace. We do actually need to get more. Building an additional barley field is actually a very easy way that we can do that. Under normal circumstances, maybe if resources were a bit more scarce, I would not be doing that, but there's no reason not to. We might as well oversupply. These houses. Cool. Now, here comes a very interesting mechanic, which is something that we're going to be doing over the course of the game. We can actually zoom out and see the whole mountain at once, which is pretty freaking gorgeous, isn't it? Look at that. Absolutely stunning. What a great looking game. We can connect two regions up. So I built this pathway out here because I wanted to make sure that we have access. But at least the way that the game is operating at the moment, the regions are all interconnected, like very intimately interconnected. So there is no sort of real difference, I guess. Well, there is definitely a difference between the regions, as we'll see when we move up to this one and up to the top one up here. There's definitely a difference, but what I mean by the fact that there's no difference is people can walk between them. That is definitely something that can happen. They are sort of separate but similar, if that makes sense. Anyway, let's get this all sort of connected up here. We've got a second market now. Okay. For the second residential area, we are not going to be building lowlanders. We are going to be building houses for artisans. Artisans are, I guess, skilled workers in a sense, but we're going to have a lot of them. We're going to have a lot of houses. So let's get building. I'm going to leave a little bit of space over there. Let's actually ditch. Can I ditch this road? Yeah, let's ditch that road right there. And then let's continue to build houses. So yeah, artisans can occupy specific jobs. We're gonna be utilizing that. Let's go up here. Nice. Fodder production. Oh, okay. Hay, I guess. I guess that's gonna be for yaks. Yeah. Building for increasing your yak population. Yeah, so we're gonna need that at some point soon. Monks as well are not available, and neither is the advanced yak breeding. Okay, fair enough. Right, anyway, 8 artisans on level 2. So what do artisans need? Well, they need sort of similar requirements, but they need more advanced food. They need sampa, they need eggs, and they also need cheese, or they need a combination of the both. They also demand a bath. Can we build a bath? We actually can. Yeah, we absolutely can. Let's build a bath right there. That's going to satisfy a good chunk of the needs. They also demand mandala, which we can build. I mean, do I want to build it? Probably like here, right? Yeah, I want to build it sort of like in the center of the town so that we can... Sure. That's fine. I mean, it's okay. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Anyway, we'll see if we can try and get ourselves some food. Let's get ourselves... We will get cheese production, but for now, let's just get eggs. Let's see if we can try and make a little bit of a pathway out here. We've got plenty of space, and I really want to use it. I really want to use it as much as I possibly can. Right, eggs times 2. We're going to need them. We'll send to here. Excellent. We'll send to here. Beautiful. Has that satisfied the food requirement? It's not. We're gonna need to get cheese. That's okay. That's fine. We're gonna need all of the different food upgrades anyway in order to get the upgrade, I believe. So that's fine. Right. Cheese production. Very, very simple. We build a yak shack, which will consume some yaks in order to build. So that's gonna go down to 1. That's okay. I'm actually gonna build 2, I think, because I want to build to try and future-proof my economy, so to speak. And then we can get a cheesemaker. Cheesemaker takes 5 milk, yak milk, and turns it into cheese, as you would anticipate at a cheesemaker. So we'll set up the milk to go over here. We'll set up the milk to go over here. We are actually left with an alternative resource in the yak shack. We've got wool. We will use the wool. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that. Anyway, let's get ourselves the cheese. Beautiful, happy, happy days. And what do you know? All of these houses are ready to be upgraded. Perfect. Let's get them all upgraded. Why not? Okay. Have an operating shaft to the yellow-ish region. Exciting, exciting, exciting. So, bridges go across. I guess, what is it a shaft? A shaft goes vertically. And it works exactly like you would anticipate. I mean, it is just a very steep staircase by the looks of things, right? I mean, it's not a staircase. It's a wheelie pulley system sort of thing. Okay. But I get, I guess in a sort of philosophical sense, it's just a glorified staircase. Anyway, it's going to get people up to the top region here. And this is where things start getting very, very exciting indeed. And somewhere that you can probably see the game is going to lean heavily into as it moves towards early access. But if we hover over the beekeeper here, you can see that the beekeeper produces honey, as you would expect. These are the workers. It requires lowland workers. Fine. However, it is optimal to place the beekeeper in the middle region. So you can see there's a little... Yeah, well, you see it over here. You've got the top region, you've got the middling region, and then you've got the low regions. We can obviously see that's the top, that's the middle, this is the low. So it's optimal for us to put... beekeepers in this region, which is very, very cool indeed. I like that. I like that a lot. We're going to be able to get lots and lots of beekeepers. Beautiful. And as I say, the workers can literally commute between different sections of the city or of the town, whatever. They are only still, grabbing food from the marketplace that their house is next to, but they can work, for example, lowland workers living over here can work up in the yellow zone with the bees, which is fine, which is good. Right, build a warehouse and start gathering honey. Excellent. I will do that. Also, there's a time modification mechanic, but to be fair, I feel like I haven't really needed to worry about that. Right, so I talked a little bit earlier about how we can get ourselves warehouses. Warehouses are super simple. Very, very cool indeed. We can see that we've got a maximum amount of stuff stored here. The balance, because of the fact that we are producing 5 units of honey at either of those beekeepers, we're sending them both across, we got plus 10. However, what we can do is we can configure the warehouse to send out little deliveries to marketplace over there, marketplace over here. Very, very cool indeed. And what we can do is we can assign carriers. Carriers are artisans, unemployed artisans, and we can basically assign how many carriers we want to be going between the warehouse and the place. And we basically want to try and balance this number. Or it depends, I guess, on what you're wanting to do, but we want to try and balance this number so that we're exporting the maximum amount of honey evenly to both of the different places, which is kind of noteworthy. I guess, yeah, number of resources that are sending with this transport route, it's not perfectly even with regards to the number of resources that we are sending, presumably because of the distance and the length of time that it takes to complete a single walk route, but probably doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. I'm okay with that. Yeah, and it's only the warehouse that can send resources to multiple different destinations, which is definitely noteworthy. Okay, cool. What's next? We are going to start work on copper utensil production, which works very, very simply. We get a copper mine. Boom, the copper mine has got a sort of mining component up on the side of the hill, and then it's also got like a little processing component at the bottom here. I mean, what more do you want me to say? It works exactly as you would expect it to work. There we go. And I'm actually going to get a second one, because I think I'm going to need a second one anyway. Let's get this hooked up. Beautiful. We'll go... Oops. We'll go here to here. Here to here. We need more yaks. We need more yaks. We've got 5 missing yaks. Let's address that with a yak production facility or a yak breeding facility. That's fine. And then we'll also probably set up another warehouse over here, right in between the 2 copper utensil makers. There we go. There we go. I love how there's a little flag on the top that shows what resource it can store. You can only store one type of resource in a warehouse at any time, which is fine. Right, so we're going to get 12 utensils. That is great. Let us send out a carrier to here. Let us send out a carrier to here. That's great. Happy days. You can see that we need a whole bunch of demands, and we're not fulfilling any of them. Also, there is a shortage of honey. Supply not meeting the honey demand. Let's see if we can try and fix that. Probably just worth us getting a few more beekeepers. Excellent. Very, very happy with that. Okay, that's looking good. We also haven't explored textiles yet, have we? No, we haven't explored textiles, but we will in a bit. Has that addressed my honey sort of shortage? No, it's not addressed the honey shortage. I'll tell you why it's not addressed the honey shortage, because we haven't allocated any further carriers to carrying around here. How's that looking? That's looking a heck of a lot better. Now, copper utensils. Copper utensils also need carriers, and I haven't done anything about that. How's that looking? Sure. Oh, we're out of artisans? That's fine. We can get some more artisans. I have absolutely designed a horrible street layout here. Thank goodness it doesn't matter. Upgrade, 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 upgrade. Look at how many flippin' artisans I've got. That feels very, very good. I know we still haven't fixed the weaver situation up. We haven't resolved that, but I will. Don't you worry. I will. I will get some weavers on the go. Look at this. Little chairlift thing. Very, very cool. I like that a lot. Okay, upgrade 20 houses to level 3. So what do we need? We can either upgrade these houses to level 3, or we can upgrade these houses to level 3. It's probably going to be easier to upgrade these houses to level 3, but we can upgrade all of the houses to level 3. Because why not? Right, marketplace and textiles. Let's have a little look. So Yak Shack we're going to need. We got the Weaver as well. The Yak Shack we've actually already got. We've got the wool standing by. We've got it spare. Why don't we do that then? Why don't we do that? Here and here. Do I actually want to stick this in a warehouse? I think I actually do want to stick this in a warehouse, because then that's going to allow us to send it to 2 destinations. It's probably going to end up being best practice just to send it to a warehouse, like, regardless. I know it's a little bit of an extra step, but, you know, it's going to allow us to double our production. Right. How's that looking? Yeah, we've got a very limited amount of resources here, but that's fine. That's fine. Right, already we're ready for a whole bunch of upgrades. That's nice. What do we need over here? We need cheese, we need baths. I wonder if the demands will end up being, you know, like, the same. It's a level 3 house. Can we go for level 4? I don't think we can go for level 4. We can try and satisfy cheese. I don't think that we can get more enlightened than we currently are. We can try, though. No, we're pretty enlightened. Textiles, there's a need for textiles. Yeah, I mean, I kind of knew that that would be the case. It's probably because all of the textiles are being sucked up over here. Yeah, let's maybe... Yeah, the problem is that we're so darn close. Let's cut that off there. Let's, instead of transporting to the warehouse, we'll transport there. Then this warehouse can basically just transport. We'll transport 50% of the goods over here, 50% of the goods elsewhere. Right. Now, of course, there's going to be demand for more, what is that? Sampa, Sampa, eggs, and textiles, which we can do, by the way. But let's work on getting these upgrades over here done. Might actually be enough to get us sort of straight across the line. It absolutely freaking is. Beautiful. We now need more honey. We need more textiles. That is great. Okay, the last objective, which is in the demo, is to build an avalanche inducer in the top region. I am going to do that. I'm not going to do it quite yet because I want to see if there's anything else to explore. What else have we got down here? We've got, yeah, so we've got the prosperity access. This is okay. That we've got prosperity access. We've got food distribution and food production. We've got enlightenment, which we've already explored. Incense production. Okay, I see. So we can get a cedar grove right at the top of the mountain that produces a decent amount of incense. And we can distribute that in a shrine. We've got carrier posts. Okay, we've got cart production, which we can build at a lumber mill, the cart maker. And we've got, what are these? Functional buildings, which I think are special buildings, right? I mean, an avalanche inducer is literally going to cause an avalanche, because I think there is going to be a mechanic in the game where you're going to want to preemptively trigger avalanches before they get too big. So, you know, snow accumulation, very low. Affecting avalanche inducers, 1. Avalanche automatically triggered at 80, which is critical. I mean, I'm curious to see when that's... Oh, that's going to happen, like, fairly soon. But I guess that is the mechanic, right? Snow accumulation, 23 low. Avalanche inducers. Yeah, I mean... Very, very cool. But yeah, that's the mechanic. That's the mechanic in the game. I think that's really it. What do we got over here? A watchtower allows you to take control over additional mountain areas. A donation spot, collecting donations from citizens. Avalanche barrier, road cleaner, base camp, cedar painter, statue foundry. Of course, there's also the whole carrier and climber mechanics, which we haven't been able to explore. Can I build into a new region? Is this allowed? I feel like this maybe isn't allowed. Like, you're supposed to not be able to access this region. Even if I was to build a bridge. Even if I was to build a bridge, I think it might be illegal. I don't think the demo wants you to... I don't think the demo wants me to go down there. That's fine. What about a little... What about a little ladder? Am I allowed to illegally try and get past? I mean, we do need to build up to here, which I guess I'll do now. There is definitely, like, there we go. There's definitely a spot that it's going to work, but it's a little bit fiddly to get it all connected up. Can I build around or down anywhere else? What about down here to here? This looks too far. This looks like a step too far, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't think I can get down from anywhere. What about round from here on a bridge? No, that also looks too far. Yeah, again, I feel like the demo is not wanting me to get past these regions here. Worth a try though, eh? Worth a try. No, every single little bit of building in this region is illegal. Oh well. That looks like a prime avalanching area. But anyway, this entire mountaintop is avalanche zone. Critically triggered. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna build this. Let's stop faffing around, shall we? Okay. Do that over there. Do that over here. This is literally just like a big horn, isn't it? It is a big horn. And I will build some yak breeding zones. Sure. Brilliant. And then we can trigger the avalanche, which is gonna end the demo, which I really don't want to happen because I just want to play more of this game. I am desperate to play more of this game. I really am super unbelievably excited to see what it's got in store. Let's see if we can try and upgrade the rest of our houses as like a little mini challenge before we trigger the avalanche. God, it's so freaking good. It's so freaking good. Go and go. Yes, let's get more of those. Let's go that to there. That to there. You're not getting the yaks that you need. That's fine. Let's get this in here. This in here. Ah, not in range. That over there. And then, that's a shame. Okay, destroy that one. And let's actually get another weaver... like over here, maybe? Sure. I think that will actually work. Send resources there. You send resources here. Okay, that leaves us with just a little bit of extra honey that we need to get. I can probably just tweak that up a little bit. That's fine. That's going to allow me to upgrade that house. That house can be upgraded. What do you need? You need cheese and a whole bunch of other stuff. I mean, we're not going to hit level 4, even though I dearly would like to. Prosperity. I don't think there's any other prosperity upgrades that we can get. I mean, we've got the utensils. We've got it all. I think we just need to trigger an avalanche. Let's freaking go. There we go. And it was before the snow reached sort of maximum criticality, but I guess the more snow that is on there as it sort of builds up, the further down the mountain it's going to end up going. Pretty significant chunk of our mountain ends up getting completely cream crackered at that point. But honestly, don't think that you can complain, because that is a freaking fantastic demo. That's brilliant. That gets 2 thumbs up from me. I mean, I really cannot wait for this game to come out when it launches later this year. It's going to be great. Ladies and gents, the most anticipated strategy game of 2023 looks like it's not going to disappoint. And that is unbelievably delightful. It's been me, Orbital Potato, playing Laysara Summit Kingdom. I can't wait. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.